So, got the band back together, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
What's it like?
10th one, ready to go. Exciting time. Excited to get another season going. New coaching staff. We got a lot of stuff to learn this off season. As far as the system and just new faces in the building and everything. So it's always exciting around this time, and everybody seems to be in good spirits.
What are your thoughts about how the 49ers offensive personnel meshes with what Chip has done in the past, and specifically the offensive line and zone blocking and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite familiar with the system. This is kind of the system that I did in college with Brian Kelly. It's definitely a little bit different, but I see a lot of similarities. I always personally really enjoyed playing in it. Kind of fit my skill set pretty well. I see we have kind of a versatile group. We have a lot of young guys, a lot of guys that aren't really set in one kind of scheme or the other. So we'll be able to adapt to whatever we kind of decide to do as far as the personnel goes in that room, and go from there.
Did you change up your off-season training at all because of the up-tempo system? And
I changed it up a little bit because I'm 31. I'm going to be 32.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I am old. Thank you. I'm more so because of that. I just kind of have to train a little bit differently in the off season. I did a lot more, kind of endurance training as far as like reps and getting my body kind of used to more kind of strain being put on it. But that was more to do with myself and my age and kind of taking care of my body that way as opposed to whatever scheme it is.
Chip did say that he felt that you were the prototypical tackle.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah. So, and you kind of alluded to that. What about this system, what you're going to be asked to do, kind of meshes with what you do well?
Well, tackles are out in space a lot more. A lot more pulling, a lot more kind of using some sort of big guy athleticism, more so than other systems, just from what I've seen so far. And they had a good one over in Philly for a bunch of years there with Jason Peters. And you look at the kind of guys that came out of Oregon when he was there; they were pretty similar as far as body type goes. So, I think that's kind of what he means. Is more so getting out in space, being able to move and pull and all that.
What are your impressions of Zane Beadle so far?
I've known him a little bit. We have the same agent, so I knew him previously for a little bit, but and then just for the 3 days I've been back, he's a good dude. He's really smart. You notice that in the meeting rooms. He asks really good questions and whatnot, and knows what he's talking about. And he's played a lot of snaps, so I'm really excited to have him here.
Do you have a process that you go through when you play next to someone new like that?
No, not as far as like a process. It just you get on the practice field, kind of see how they communicate. They learn how to communicate. And we just kind of go from there. Each person's different, and you can't just kind of force someone to be a certain way. So not a process. You just kind of like work off each other, and that all comes with time and reps and all that stuff.
A lot of interest in Australia about Jared Hayne and how he's going. What have you noticed this year compared to last year? How's he going out there?
I've been here for 3 days, so obviously, I haven't noticed anything actually because we've been in different workout groups, so. I don't even know if I've seen him. I know he's here, but I couldn't give you an answer. I'm sorry.
That's all right. What are you about him making the team? Would you like to see him get another chance?
Yeah, it's going into year 2 for him, and so he kind of knows what to expect and going forward. So I think that's good. It's also he's not going to have as much leniency as far as he's new to the game. He kind of has a year under his belt, knows what to expect. So it's going to be a big year for him. As far as coming back, really, showing that improvement, understanding of the football game, the nuances of all that stuff, and then really showing what he can do and speeding up his play. I think that'd be good for him.
Joe, you guys obviously were 5-11 last year. They haven't done much in free agency with the roster. 12 draft picks, so it sounds like a lot more young players are going to be here. I mean, most people look at this as, okay, this team is in transition, rebuilding mode. Is that how you view it? I mean, what is realistic this season?
Yeah, we have the 12 draft picks, like you said, and this is all front office stuff, and I approach every season the same. Trying to do my job as best as I can, and try to help the team win football games. That's why we're all here. So as far as like rebuilding and all that stuff, I don't look into any of that stuff. We have guys that have to step up and have to play well, but we're all paid to. We're all brought in the NFL as a rookie and as a first, second year guy to win football games. And obviously last year, look at results last year, it wasn't what we wanted. So I can see where people make the assumption as rebuilding and stuff, but as players, never look at like a season as a rebuilding season. It's a waste to guys like me, guys that are been coming to the end of their career a little bit. We can't waste years for rebuilding. I'm trying to win right now, so we got to do everything we can to win football games this year.
Have you had a chance to see Blaine or Colin at all and see how they're interacting?
Not so much because, like I said, just here for 3 days so far, and then they're in different. We're O-line, D-line works out together, so and then we're in different meetings too. So not a whole lot. I see him in the locker room, but it's just locker room.
Are you guys as curious as anybody else to see how the quarterback position is going to play out these next few weeks and who might you be blocking for?
Yeah, I think it's not going to be something that's going to be, next few weeks. It's going to be new coaching staff, new system. We'll see it kind of play out the whole off season. So, I know whoever's back there is going to be the right guy for the job, and go from there. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a couple weeks. I think it's going to be kind of the whole off season. So, we'll get as the time gets closer to playing games for real. We'll obviously know.
For Guy, the business side of it, you've been around. What did you think when you heard that Kaepernick's representation asked for a trade?
Yeah. You wanted a trade, I guess. I don't know. I have no answer for you. Next question.
About Trent Brown, how much different is he at this point, this spring, and what do you think those late season starts did for him last year?
Yeah, I think, guys coming into year two is big. They know more what to expect in the off season. Their heads aren't, all over the place as far as learning NFL terminology, lingo, just getting used to players, personnel, all that stuff, coaches. It's a little bit different now because we have a new coaching staff, so we kind of start over a little bit, but they understand the NFL game and what it takes to go through a whole entire season. And I think it's going to be big for guys like him, Ian, and let's see who else is a rookie. That was last year. I think that's it. Coming into year two is having this full off season to work with us, work with UI and the whole training staff, and taking advantage of all the opportunities this off season.
Do you think he's going to be in position to compete for that starting job?
For sure. I think it's expected. I think he started the year at the end of the year last year, and he's came back. He has to come back with a mindset that that's his position to win. So. I know it's going to be a competition between, if they bring a guy in through free agency or the draft or whatever, but, his mindset's got to be that's his position to take.
Do you expect Anthony Davis to be back there? Do you know anything about
I don't know anything about that. I haven't come in contact with him at all.